Hello students, in the last session we have learnt about capacitors. In this session we will learn more in depth about the capacitors. Now you are seeing some different sizes of capacitors. So according to the capacity, that is the voltage and the farad value, that is the unit of capacitor. Can you see this? The unit of capacitor is given as microfarad. Farad is the unit of capacitor or capacitance. This unit denotes the value the capacitor can store. This denotes the charge retaining capacity of the capacitor. So, according to this value, the size of capacitors will vary. You can also see there is a voltage rating of the capacitor. So, these capacitors can withstand certain voltage and they can store this value of voltage for a very short time, and they can give out this voltage for a very short time. So it will be used in power interruptions. So whenever the input source is not regular, for example, if the power source we are using in our home is a 230 volt input AC power source, when this power source drops, so whenever there is a low voltage in the incoming supply, if we have added a capacitor, then this capacitor will regulate this power source and give out a constant 230 volt by charging itself when the maximum voltage is given to it, and giving out the stored charge when the maximum voltage drops. That is, if the maximum input voltage, that is 230 volt, is reduced to 110 volt, then this capacitor will give out the reduced charge, that is the missing amount of charge from itself, and will regulate the circuit. Okay, now we will make a small model of a capacitor and we will learn why there is a specific symbol for capacitor. This is the symbol of capacitor. Now we will recreate the symbol using paper and beads. Children, first take a sheet of paper and fold it at its center like this, and again fold it and make a sheet like this, make it flat. Now we need to make another sheet like this. I have already made another sheet. Now let's fold the sheets, take more than half and fold it like this. Now you will have two sheets folded in shape of L, and one side will be longer and the other side will be little shorter. So take four pieces like this and a sheet of paper, draw a rectangular box like this and write down as dielectric at the center. Color it, then place the L-shaped sheets like this. You can see this, it will be similar to the symbol of
capacitor. Now we shall check what will happen if the capacitor is like this. So we will now add some beads to flow through this capacitor. We are considering these beads as electrons. So let's check it now. Now watch it, children. As soon as we send the beads, that is the electrons, through the area at the center, it flows in a straight line. Can you see it? Okay. But in real time, what happens is the dielectric at the center will stop the electron flow and it will block the flow of electrons because it is made up of non-conducting material. So it forms a potential barrier and it has a metal plate before the dielectric part. That metal plate gets accumulated by the charges, that is the electrons start accumulating behind this metal plate.
In general, the capacitors have two metal plates like this. These are the two metal plates placed like this. So the incoming charges will accumulate behind this metal plate. And the incoming charges are not allowed to pass this dielectric region. So the charges accumulated over here will make a build-up in charge and it will create a potential difference in the circuit. So what will happen is the charges accumulated over here will try to pass across this dielectric material. Due to the dielectric strength, this material is a non-conducting material and it will not allow to pass any electrons over it for a certain time, that is up to its strength. So for a long time it will act as a potential barrier, and due to this the charges stored behind this metal plates are used as a storage tank or a small battery. For a few seconds this charge can be given out when the input source is disconnected or the input source is cut off. So when the input charges coming into this area is stopped, the charges accumulated in this region will go out and move out from this area. Similarly, the charges accumulated over here will also move out through this area. So this capacitor acts as a small battery for a very short time and gives out some voltage to the circuit from this area, and hence the capacitor has a symbol like this. So this symbol is derived because of these mechanisms in the capacitor. So this is the model of a capacitor. Okay children, now we have seen what is inside a capacitor and how the symbol of capacitor is derived. Okay children, we will meet in the next session with some more interesting data.